From Software games can be a bit overwhelming to new players to the Souls-like genre, but Elden Ring is an excellent choice for those who want to dip their toes into the get good titles. So we are going to get right into explaining how to play Elden Ring in 5 minutes or less. Creating a character in Elden Ring can be a bit overwhelming if you aren't familiar with these types of games. Keep in mind that choosing a class is up to the player, so we will mention each one and give a basic description of what they are about. The Vagabond is a good class for new players and is all about melee weapons and defense. It's a great choice if this is your first Souls-like. Warrior has the highest starting dexterity stat out of the classes, but has multiple weapons that you need to level up, which is more difficult to understand if you are new. Hero has the highest starting strength stat out of all the classes and starts with an axe. It was actually our starting class when we first played the game. Bandit is all about knives and daggers, and is not a very easy class to play if you don't know what you're doing. Astrologer is the first magic class out of the bunch and starts with a bunch of sorceries. It's pretty fun if you can keep your FP, or mana in gaming terms, under control. The Prophet is another magic class, but this class is good at incantation magic. There are a bunch of different types of magic in the game. These are more passive than sorceries. Then there is Samurai, which has the most starting stats out of any of the other classes. It is the class that is recommended to new players besides the Vagabond. If you don't know what to pick, just pick Samurai. The Prisoner is a mixed class because they use sorceries and melee weapons. It's a great choice if you want to dabble in both melee and sorceries. The Confessor is a lot like the Prophet. It is a mix of incantation magic and melee. It's a great mix since you get a bunch of starting weapons to use. The final class is a meme class, and it's the Wretch. This class is basically naked and starts out with a stick. It's usually a class people choose to challenge themselves, so if you're into becoming something from nothing, then this class is for you. Make sure to choose the right class because you can't undo your character until way later on in your playthrough. From Software games have some really odd button layouts, but once you use them for a bit, it's really easy to understand. Use X or A to make your character jump, circle or B is the dodge button, and if you hold it down, it makes your character sprint. Triangle or Y is your event action button, and use that to interact with doors, chests, ladders, and other interactables. If you hold down triangle Y, you have a couple things you can do. Holding it down gives you access to extra quick save slots, which can be used to equip anything you want, including summons, throwables, consumables, and even Torrent Whistle, which is what we do to have less clutter in our inventory. The other thing you do by holding down the triangle Y button is change how you hold your weapon. While the button is held down, click R2 or RT to two-hand your right-hand weapon, and click L2 LT to two-hand your left-hand weapon. Click down on the left stick L3 to make your character crouch, and click down on the right stick R3 to lock on to any enemy around you. You can also swap to any other enemy with the right stick when locked on as well. When you are in combat, there are a few things to know. R1 or RB is your light attack, and R2 and RT is your heavy attack. You can charge up your attacks by holding down the button for a charged attack. L1 or LB is your block, but keep in mind that there are some weapons that don't have a block. L2 or LT is your skill button, and you can see the name of the skill you have equipped above your inventory in the bottom left of the screen. That pretty much covers everything you need to know about the controls. We don't want to get into spoilers, so we'll keep this section brief. When you first start out, you won't have a horse. To get the horse, you just need to head to the Gatefront Ruins site of Grace and rest at it. Melina will then give you the whistle to summon it. You use the horse to travel around and explore. All we can say is look at something in the distance and go for it. In terms of the map, you can see a little marker that will show you a spot where map piece is located. Head to those to collect them. Once you get it, a new piece of the map will show up for you. Also, if you run into something too hard for you, just run away and come back later. It won't move from that spot, and you can take it on when you become stronger. Things like bosses, dungeons, and interactions are all over the place, and it is up to you to find them. Don't be afraid to run away. The game is absolutely massive and it will definitely take some time to beat. Have patience and just explore at your own pace. It's up to you how you go about completing everything. If you are having trouble in Elden Ring, don't hesitate to summon spirits or even other people to help you. There's no shame in needing help. Let us know down in the comments if this video has helped you understand how Elden Ring works. Also, make sure to give the video a like if it did in fact help you. Check out our podcast, Discord, and website if you're interested in those as well. All links are in the description, and thanks for watching.